Okay, what do I do when I have low blood sugar? So I looked at my watch and my blood sugar is low. So in my case, I have an insulin pump and a CGM, and it alerted me beforehand. And sometimes it alerts me soon enough that if I eat something with sugar in it, my blood sugar goes back up, and I never feel any problem at all. The worst thing with low blood sugar is when it goes low enough that you feel really hungry. Not only are you shaky and anxious and sweaty feeling from low blood sugar, but you feel like you could eat everything in your house. That's like your appetite gearing up, like, oh, this is an emergency. You better eat to solve that low blood sugar. And then what happens if you do that is then you go way up high, and this roller coaster. So the best thing to do when you get low blood sugar or when you get a warning that you're going to get low blood sugar, is to take care of it immediately. If the general advice in general is eat 15 grams of carbohydrates and wait 15 minutes. This is good advice if you have a blood glucose meter and you prick your finger, you tested your blood sugar, and you know that you're low. But sometimes now with this more advanced technology like a CGM, a continuous glucose monitor, it will show you the trend. And if you're only going low a little bit and you're going low slowly, I found in my case that I don't always need a full 15 grams of carbs, but sometimes maybe 8 grams of carbs is enough to solve the issue, to prevent it. And then if I for some reason really do crash low and I get so hungry and just treat the low blood sugar, but I just can't stop eating because of this panic and I'm really hungry, then after my blood sugar starts to recover and I'm seeing that it's going back up into the normal range, I will do an insulin bolus for that extra food that I ate to hopefully not get sky high blood sugar. Sometimes I'd still get the sky high blood sugar. This is a difficult thing. I'm not perfect at all, despite managing blood sugar for quite a few years. It's still like whoopsie. Sometimes things happen, but that is life with type 1 diabetes. So today I just wanted to talk a little bit about my favorite blood glucose treatments. My number one favorite thing is Welch's fruit snacks. So I could buy a really big box of these at Costco. They last forever. What's really great about them is they're gummies, so they aren't chalky. If you're familiar with glucose tablets are chalky, which I don't know about you, but that's not a great texture. Too dry and chalky. So they're fruit gummies. They work for me just as fast as glucose tablets. They seem to last forever. You can keep easily put in your pocket 3 or 4 of these bags easily. They're 17 grams a piece. They're sealed up quite well. If you don't use them in a long time, and they might change a little bit, but I've eaten old ones and they're fine. So yeah, they last really well. So this is my on-the-go solution. I always have something in my pocket with sugar in it, and it's usually these fruit snacks. Now, sometimes if I'm at home, I choose something else to raise my blood sugar. I really like fruit. In particular, I like fruit spread or jam or jelly, and a lot of times I can't really have too much fruit spread on my food because I try to avoid it because there's so much sugar in it. So I want to taste that delicious fruit when my blood sugar goes low. So I'll get out the spoon, and a tablespoon of this yummy fruit spread is 8 grams of carbohydrates, and it says perfectly sweetened with fair trade cane sugar. So there's cane sugar in this, and it works pretty fast. So sometimes I go in the fridge and get out a spoon, and that solves the issue quickly. Honey is also great. So this honey has 17 grams of carbs for 1 tablespoon, and honey will raise blood sugar very quickly. And if you have raw honey from your local area, it can also help with allergies as well. If you're allergic to the pollen in your area locally, that's something that honey is good at helping with. Honey has some health benefits, and it will raise blood sugar quickly. So I really try to make healthful decisions about, or healthy decisions about what I eat, and I enjoy fruit. And so if I can have some fast-acting fruit, I figure I get the sugar to treat the low blood sugar, plus I get some other good compounds for my body. So that's what I do. That's how I treat low blood sugar. I also like juice boxes because sometimes you don't really feel like eating, and a juice box is a great solution. And there is actually a juice box podcast all about type 1 diabetes, a great podcast. You can check it out. So yes, a juice box can be life-saving. So what to do when you have low blood sugar? Find something with sugar in it. Soda works well too, as long as it's not, it has to be real soda, not sugar-free. So anything with sugar that will work fine. You want to avoid things that have a lot of fat in them too. For example, milk or like chocolate, sure, there is sugar in it, but there's also fat, and the fat slows the digestion, and it will take longer to raise your blood sugar. And what you really want is a quick solution, because you want to get rid of the anxiety, shakiness feeling, and hopefully prevent that I'm starving feeling, so that you don't eat everything in your fridge. But if you do overeat, if you use insulin, you make sure you dose some of that insulin to account for overeating for the low. And then be very kind to yourself if you end up on a roller coaster. We all have days like that. There's more to life than diabetes, so be kind to yourself. Well, thank you.